Hey everybody, and welcome to our character creation stream for Frozen Frontier. How's it going, guys?
Yay!
Going well.
Hi. Really well.
Yeah.
Excellent. Greg, something the matter here?
Oh, no. You were like, hey, any last things before we go live? And I was like, oh, let me grab my player's handbook. And then you were like, live! Fuck it! Get on screen.
I guess I didn't even listen for an
Yeah,
answer.
I got player's handbook in the corner somewhere, but that's cool.
Excellent. All right, so for those of you that don't know what you're watching, this is going to be our character creation stream for this new upcoming campaign called The Frozen Frontier, the exploration of Caledonia, or the Caledonian Expedition. I forget what the subtitle is, it doesn't matter.
Frofro.
Frofro is the
Frofro.
colloquial name for this show. And as you can see, these are our cast members. We have Greg and Ryan and Sean and Nick. I think you guys don't need an introduction after all of Hardcore Heroes, but let's do it anyway. Who are you all? Greg, since you're in position
I
one.
am Greg Hansen. You may know me from Hardcore Heroes, where I played Krob and met an untimely axe to the face. But I'm back, and I'm excited to be playing. This is the first time I get to play with Ryan on a true campaign, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, yeah.
And I am super hyped to be back with Nick and Sean. I was devastated I didn't get to keep playing with them, but now we get to gang back together. So I'm really, really hyped.
All right. Well, speaking of Ryan, who the hell are you? And how the hell are you?
I'm doing well. I am Ryan, aka Hobgoblin. I'm sure most of the viewers probably know me from Dicing with Death and other things on this channel. Looking forward to playing with an actual party instead of just playing with myself while Neal narrates.
Lovely.
So, here we are.
Excellent.
We need some fan art of that.
Please no. Please no. Sean, what's up, man?
Not much. I'm Sean. I was one of the cast members on Hardcore Heroes. I play role-playing games and occasionally video games. I read books. I don't really do anything. I'm studying computer science, and that's about it. I just kind of show up once a week and then vanish into the ether until the next session.
Perfect. And Nick.
Well, I'm going to say what I said last time, this time a year ago. I'm the only English person on the show, so I'm the only really civilized one who can be relied upon. I'm just a normal person. I played Malachi on Hardcore Heroes from the first session till the end. Which,
Spoilers, Hardcore Heroes is over?
Well, for that season, I guess, at least. But that's quite a rare achievement because a lot of people on this call didn't make it all the way to the end.
By a lot, you mean one? Oh, no, two!
Yeah, two.
Oh, I forgot.
Two survivors.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Oh, survivor.
Spoilers, it was Neal that didn't make it to the end. Ryan was fine.
But yeah, no, excited to be here. I'm sure everyone knows who we are, so.
Cool. Well then,
Can I share a funny story?
please do.
Before we begin. Okay, so
Oh, whoa, hold on. Something's messed up here. I'm sorry, Greg.
Oh.
For a little while there, you were inaudible to everybody. That is my fault.
I was inaudible.
Yes.
The
Neal just doesn't
whole-
want to hear your story.
Was the whole
No,
intro
I wanted to
muted?
hear my story.
No. I just
It
changed
was just
overlays, and
Greg.
one overlay didn't have the audio from the Zoom call. It just had my audio. So I'm sorry. For a moment there, it was just
Greg, you have to
silence
retell that
and
whole
background.
incredible story.
You have to retell half the story.
All right. So, story time. So I get really stressed out, and I dream about things when I'm going to get on them. So this is the story of the dream I had about Frozen Frontier. I dreamt that we got here for character creation and we were chatting, but we brought back Bijan here as well from Hardcore Heroes. Remember him from Corny. And instead of having character creation, Neal felt bad that we didn't give Bijan a chance. So for the 4th party member spot, instead of doing character creation, we did a Neal Chat has talent style go, in which Bijan and I fought for the right to be the 4th party member, mostly through non-role playing things. I remember he saying a version from Madonna, which I counted with Smooth Criminal. There was a dance portion. We had costumes. It was the weirdest dream of all time. And then I woke up and I was like, wow.
That sounds amazing. I wish I had that idea.
That's a dream that nobody else in the history of mankind has ever had.
Yeah. I know, right? That is 100% unique.
That's extremely unique, yeah.
Wow.
So there we go. Now everyone can see the strange recesses of my mind.
Okay.
Oh, before we start, sorry,
Yes.
I'm just gonna steal the thunder from you, Neal. I want to keep this going for as long as I can before
Keep
we
it
actually do
rolling.
anything of substance. I finished the second book in the Wheel of Time recently, and if you watched Hardcore Heroes, you might have heard me talk about the first one. And I was like, trust your gut. It's a fun read, but it's also got its problems. Fuck that shit. Read the second book. It's amazing. Oh my god. It's one of those things where the structure of it builds up a lot of little plot lines and everything comes together so organically toward the end. It's this really well thought out book. And it's something that I don't often see with fantasy. A lot of fantasy authors are like, this shit would be cool. Whereas it actually feels like Robert Jordan thought things through with the Wheel of Time. So I respect that series a lot now.
Excellent. All right. Well, Wheel of Time done. Let's get into character creation. Let's talk about how we're going to do this first, because we're going to do a little bit of an unorthodox rolling method. Rather than having everybody roll their own stats, we're going to roll one big pool of stats as a party, and then we're going to stat draft through it, which would give an advantage to the person who picks first. But I think you guys are going to probably discuss the stats a little bit and separate them out, or kind of maybe claim stats ahead of time and organize yourself through it. But I'd like
Metagaming is real.
I would like to set up some sort of stat draft that is roughly equitable. So we could go in order of the players on the cams and just
Or
go
roll for initiative.
or we could roll for initiative, or figure out the 1 through 4, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Traditional snake draft.
and just kind of go back and forth like that.
Neal, will you be able to make a list of all the numbers and put it on the Roll20 page?
There
Yeah.
are ways you
That's
can
what it'd be like.
Can we even put them in the screen? I know there's ways you can drag dice.
Well, it would be a fairly simple thing just to write the
So,
numbers down.
But it wouldn't show up as
Boom, right there. See,
but
so
there'd be 3.
is there a way to drag the whole thing?
Can you just drag the
I can see-
13 instead of the 6?
Let's see.
Oh. No, you can't.
No.
No.
I can drag the 6, but I can't drag the 13.
3.
Hmm.
Oh, that's fun, isn't it?
Well, I think we will just have to write them down then.
Okay.
All right.
Can I do it the old school way?
This is why Notepad was invented.
So who should roll? Are we doing 40-60?
We're going to do
Yeah.
40, 61. Now, I also want to say that
Right.
if the stats are too good or not good enough, I might go through and edit them to give you guys a little
DM
more highs
hacks.
and a little more lows.
Quite literally DM hacks.
Sure.
No, it's good.
But if you're going to call that DM hacks, then you have to call every single storytelling element a DM hack too.
We're already
is,
essentially
yeah.
gaming character creation. Why not game it a little further?
Yeah. All right. So why don't we just go in order on this screen? So we're gonna go Ryan, Nick, Greg, Sean, and do 40, 61 7 times. And
Alrighty.
let's just
God.
put something down. Don't
No,
stress
I
out. It'll
can't.
be fine, man. It'll be fine.
I can't complain about this because for
You're
Hardcore
the
Heroes.
one that, brought it to our attention.
More than that as well.
Yeah.
It was your idea.
It was sort of your idea. You linked something similar, and then we just modified it.
And actually, you linked something kind of similar, and I
Oh,
read it.
No,
and
no, no. I
misread
linked.
it,
No,
and got
I
all
linked.
excited.
So the thing I linked, you roll the dice into a big pool, but everything's put in order.
It was
And you just
confusing and
pick
very
6 stats in
strange.
order. Yeah, it was
yeah.
really weird. But Neal was like, "What about stat draft?" And I was like, I read something similar to that recently.
Yeah,
And
I was actually during one of the
posted.
Dicing with Death breaks. Neil and I were talking about the method you posted, and I had opened the link. I read it for 10 seconds, and I assumed that it was a stat draft as we're doing now, and I was
Yeah,
like, "Well,
no,
that's a cool idea."
Yeah, it was.
And Neil was like, "That's not at all what you posted." Cool idea. All right, any more to say, or should I just start?
Oh no,
rolling
I was
the
just
dice?
saying that
Roll the dice. Roll the dice.
yeah, the mortality rate in Hardcore Heroes was linked to who rolled the dice first. So I can't complain about going last.
Okay, so I'm screwed. Here
Yeah.
we go.
9,
14,
11.
11. Are we all just saying them all together?
all together. It's like Sesame
12.
Street here.
I'm glad I don't have to keep these stats myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
13.
6.
Come on,
7.
man, roll something decent.
16,
All right.
14.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Are
we
you-
have 7 stats.
Are you're adding these, Neil?
Yeah, I've added them to the page.
1, 2, 3.
Seamless.
Nick?
Well, am I next?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't suck, man.
10. There we
10.
go, straight down the line. Tens.
Oh, here we go. First 18.
That's mine, by the way.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Are you sure you don't want to
12.
just keep these? Oh,
Don't be greedy. Oh my god.
God, what the fuck? 7 right. There you go.
Okay,
Nick,
so that
Nick
was
is the new Van Helsing.
All right, so now it's
10,
me. Yeah.
18, 17, 12, 16, 12, 12, and now it's Greg.
All right, so 11, 14,
Hmm.
Doing a British voice there, Greg.
13. Not on purpose. It's just bleeding in from you.
Okay.
11, 14, 13, 15. That's half of them.
I actually can't be around people with an accent for very long without trying to emulate it unconsciously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. And that often has disastrous consequences because I am a horrific impressionist.
Ugh. All right, Sean.
All right, 10, 9, 8.
Wait, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
Yep.
Okay.
10, 9, 8, 11.
16, 15. One more, right?
18.
One more.
14.
Oh.
It's not too
So
bad.
we got 118, 117,
2 16s.
3 16s.
3 16s.
All right, so it goes
I think
18,
we can work with these.
17, 16.
There's nothing
16.
lower than an 8, so I have a feeling Neil is about to
16.
DM hacks this
I mean,
stat pool.
I don't think we really. What do we gain in this campaign by having things lower than 8? We need to live, man.
We die, we freeze to death in the tundra.
One,
Right? We
How's
need
Neil
those
going to
stats.
get his jollies if we don't have crappy stats?
6, 7.
Hey, I did roll an 8. I feel like that's legit.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying
But,
to write these out in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12s. 1, 2, 3, 4 11s.
While Neil is working on that, what are you guys thinking of going?
Wizard.
Wizard. Okay.
Fighter.
Thief.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the. I figured Greg was gonna go for the wizard, but I wasn't sure about Ryan and the thief.
Yeah, I think we had already sort of talked through
I
most
knew
of
you were
this
talking about it.
off-stream.
I just didn't know if it was
Yeah.
I'm
was
very
decided.
interested to see
And
what you do with the thief rebuild.
Yeah, I think we're going to be beta testing Neil's new thief class.
I mean, they got
so
the
we'll-
big the combat buff, right? Like they have the better Thaco growth.
Yeah, they will.
preset
Yeah,
now.
so it'll be priest combat stats.
hmm
And,
I mean, that's pretty good.
It is.
And then Neil's rebuilt the thief skills, so they're based off of stats rather than the awkward percentage system.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
So we'll
Do you
see.
still do XP for things stolen or not?
I don't know how he's doing XP in this campaign.
Yeah, neither do I.
Do you want to do it like I mean, if there was a time to do basic D&D XP, this would be it. And that was 1 XP for every gold piece you pick up in adventure zones.
I would feel weird giving the rogue extra. I feel like you're all going to get experience together as a party, and we're not going to bother with like class-based XP. I feel like
No, that's what I
everyone
meant. Like that was the group got XP based on how much gold they picked up
should- Oh,
in basic. That
Yeah.
was how you made money, or that was how you got levels, was making money.
I'm missing a stat here. I'm missing one number. Can someone find the missing
You're
number?
putting them in a weird order.
Well, I'm putting them in numerical order.
Not that weird. You've got too many rolls.
We're missing
in the
the.
third row,
There should be 2 10s, I think.
There should be 2 10s.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Okay, that's how it is.
2 10s, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, they
there
are
should be
in a
one.
weird
There's
order.
one too many in the third row, but that's because they were all 12s and 11s together.
Well, can you fix it, please? Because that's
Well, no, because now all the 12s and 11s are put together on the same row.
Just
arbitrary, Neil.
No, but it makes more
it a-
visual sense this way. It's easier to comprehend. Live with it, Nick.
Seems like I haven't got a choice.
So let's take a look at these. There is an 18, a 17, 3 16s, and 2 15s. So everyone can get like
Decent stats.
Everyone
Everyone
can
can
get
get
2
their
high
10%,
stats.
right? Because 16.
Yeah.
I need the 18 though, right, for strength, because that's only fair.
Sure.
Um,
I would like. Wait, let me see what the dex. Shit, I need my player's handbook.
so. What do you mean? You need your autofill character sheet from RegalGoblins.com.
Yep.
Oh, that's true. I could just
So you
put it.
Start getting
theoretical
dex
stat.
bonuses at
16.
15 you get +1 AC,
Okay.
and then at
'Cause
16 you get +1,
Right.
+2.
I was thinking going like not a ranger probably, but like a ranged fighter. So basically a ranger.
Okay.
So I was thinking I might want one of the better dex scores. But I know dex
Right.
is weird, where it's kind of shit until you get to really high
Well,
levels of it.
Yeah.
Pretty much Dex and Con both you start getting bonuses at 15.
Yeah, Dex is really good start.
Okay, so we are gonna have to roll initiative, I guess. Everyone just roll a d10, and whoever gets highest
we
goes
had talked
first.
about metagaming this, but it sounds like we're already bickering over the 18.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm okay with somebody else taking the 18.
Yeah, I
would
don't know
like the
that
17.
I need it. Yeah.
All right. Well,
The
why don't
17.
we have everyone roll initiative? Everyone roll
Wait,
a
so,
d10.
okay,
Whoever
this
gets
is-
the lowest gets to go first.
High or low on the initiative?
Low.
Because usually you want low.
Yeah. D10 lowest goes first.
Do I get to add my
3.
Dex to this?
No, you don't have Dex yet.
6.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. So
So before we start picking, do we want to coordinate anything here?
Yeah, no, I'm okay with like working with
Do
people.
we
on
save
this.
the
Yeah.
18 for Nick? Do we want to fight her with 18
talk
strength?
a little bit about what you guys all have in mind for characters. And if I'm not mistaken, Greg's going to play a wizard, Ryan's going to play a rogue, Sean is going to play like a two-handed weapon fighter,
Mhm.
and Nick is going to
two-handed
be
with a bow.
right. And Nick is going to be a sword and board fighter.
Yes.
Okay.
But who's going to play the healer?
There is.
Can of worms again.
Where's our cleric?
So, Greg, you get to start off, Mr. Wizard. You get to pick the very first stat. Do you have something
So-
in mind you'd like to pick?
Well, I clearly want to put a lot in intelligence, right? Because I would want to be able to
So-
have a significant amount of spells at my disposal.
Right.
Oh, well, Neil, are we
I
going
don't
back to the spell
necessarily
limits?
need an 18,
Yeah,
right?
we
So,
are
like,
going to return to spell limits.
Okay. You don't need an 18, really, Greg, let's be fair.
No. Are you thinking to specialize?
I don't know. I mean, it would depend. I think it would be really cool with the idea I had to specialize as some kind of like weird wizard, either a geometer or an artificer, something along those lines. Maybe an artificer. I kind of like that, but I don't have to. Right? I could just be a generalist mage that has bitchin' tattoos that I'm like fey touched and read off of. At what point? Like, who does anyone really need a 17? Like the 18, I guess, totally makes sense for Nick as the strong fighter. We get that dash 100. It makes a lot of sense.
The 17 would be useful for
I-
me because I'm going to be two weapon fighting, right? And I'm also going to be using ranged weapons. So having a higher 2-hit bonus is going to be very useful for me since it'll basically negate
So how
the
much,
penalty for 2
how much
fighting.
dex do you need? Is it 17 that you need to negate the penalty?
Yes. Missile hit adjust hits 2 at 17. Right. If you want to take it, Greg, that's fine because I might. Basically, I wouldn't have to take 2 weapon fighting as a proficiency. Or wait, would I?
So
Well, you're not
16
doing a two-handed
I can
weapon.
get-
You're doing 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah, we were talking
Okay.
2 weapon fighting when we talked.
All right.
With 16 int, I could get 5 languages. My max spell level would be 8, so I'd be able to have that. I could max 11 per level, which is a decent.
What would you go up to with 17?
I get 17, I get max spells 14.
So it's 3 spells per
I
level.
really think that the 17 and 18 are best used in.
I think so
either
too. So I'm
dex
gonna draft
or strength or.
I agree.
Dex or strength for the.
The
fighting
17, 18 doesn't scale that much higher from the 16. It does mean we will be limited away from Wish or whatever unless I age
Wait.
my character.
Greg, I played a wizard for a year and I got to level 9. You're not getting it. You're not getting.
Did you see how fast I leveled his Krob?
Yeah.
I'm gonna draft the 16.
Okay.
Awesome.
Such a saint.
Is there a way I can change the color of?
What if we just axe over them or something?
Ooh.
Oh, you
do
can
all
change
of
the
them.
color. I was.
But I can only do all, not. Yeah. I'll just
So
cross
what if
them out.
what if we each just cross out our own? So
Sure,
you
we should all put
so Greg,
circles
can you
around.
circle a 16?
I like it. Circle, Greg.
X's,
Circle in your own colour.
X's.
All right. Next up, I guess, is
me.
Sean. What are you gonna pick?
I take the 18. Fuck you, Nick. No, I take the 17.
All right.
God damn it, this is no
Am
problem.
I up? Am I up next?
Ryan, you're up next.
All right. I'll draft a 16.
Oh, so considerate. You're gonna give Nick the 18?
I am after all of
steal it.
the
Yeah.
backstabbing on Hardcore Heroes.
I was going to say, you're going to steal my 18 and my +5 longsword.
All right, I need to pick a color. Whatever. So much for circles.
All right, Nick. What are you
What
gonna
a
use that
glorious
18
day.
for?
Strength.
You're gonna use it for strength.
Yeah.
Should we roll the
Are you
D100 now? or
sure
save
about that? Because that's gonna throw
18
the
con
damage.
is also pretty sweet.
Yeah, and this 18 strength is going to throw you way out in the lead in terms of damage dealing, to the point that
I mean, that makes sense, doesn't
you
it?
might be the only one doing significant damage, and it might be boring for other people. Like if you roll, imagine if you roll 18-100, and you have +5 to damage output. You're just going to kill
think
everything on your own.
The party
Do
is
it, Nick.
concerned about someone doing more damage than the rest of them. They're not being creative enough.
Yeah.
Be ashamed.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
I think I want Nick to do it because like he's gonna be carrying like a big shield. He's gonna be probably the heaviest armored. He's gonna be using what like he needs the strength. I say take the 18 strength. Go for it.
Any objections on the DM?
No, I'm worried about the other players eventually being like, this isn't very much fun. Nick just kills everything, and I serve no purpose in life. I'm just a meat shield.
If Nick kills everything for me, I have 0 complaints.
Okay, if you guys are sure about that, take
Right,
it, Nick.
Greg. I mean,
And then I think Nick gets second pick.
Yes.
Or gets another pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he made a circle.
That fucker.
All right, I'm putting it. Shall I roll the D100 now, or can I do it later? Can
Let's do it later.
Let's do it later.
Let's just do it
Make
later.
sure- yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, so it's my pick again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take an 8.
Ooh,
look at you.
Oh, I never
yeah.
did adjust the stats down lower. Fuck.
So
That's fine. It's too late now. It's too late.
I'm actually gonna move a couple of these things around.
oh my, what? We started the draft already.
Yeah, but you guys haven't picked any of the stupid 12s or 11s that are kind of just boring. So I'm gonna scrap 2 11s, and I'm gonna add a 7 and a 6.
6. How
And
about
I
a
feel
6?
like we're gonna take. I'm gonna
Really bad.
change.
6 is, depending, I mean, that's going to need to go to like perception, charisma, wisdom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scrap a 12.
I think I
two
need a
10s,
higher wisdom if I'm going because I'm not a ranger, but I'm going to be taking things like tracking, which will require wisdom.
Yeah. So,
There we
Sean, are you going to be throw a fit if I snag that 16?
No, I can
Or
take a. I don't think I need a 16 for
I'll
anything.
take.
All right, what are you
Yeah,
taking?
like,
I thought you took the 8.
oh,
I'll take
okay.
a 7.
taking
Okay.
7.
There we go.
You can take the 16. That's fine.
All right. All
It's
right. I'm
whatever.
grabbing a 16.
What
I
did
got
you
two
grab, Sean?
16s.
So I guess that'll
Because
leave.
you were.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, sorry, never mind. No, I got the draft order all mixed up
yeah.
in my brain.
I'm thinking I might take a. So the ideal with the. I don't know if I really need the 15. Like if I'm going to be doing 2-weapon fighting. But. Actually, no. If I'm carrying a bunch of stuff, I'm going to take the 15 and put it in strength. And then I'll take something slightly crappier after that.
Okay. So
Maybe I
after
should have let you grab that 16, huh?
It's
I'm already
fine.
second guessing it. Like if
It's
you're
fine.
trying to be more damage dealing. Oh well, we'll see.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm reading about specialists.
Oh, we probably already screwed you over on that.
Not
Oh,
I think
shit.
you typically need a 16, maybe a 15.
There are some that will do 15s.
It's not worth it, Ryan, Greg.
Do you know which?
An
I-
extra spell?
Yeah, I think an extra spell per day per level is
really
pretty
matters.
incredible.
Well, Georg's dead. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Do you have any idea on the type of specialty you're interested in?
I'm reading up on these like strange specialties in the spells and magic. Like I'm reading about geometer right now.
So those are those the ones that are scroll specialists?
Geometers are
that's not-
they wield magical forces by drawing symbols.
That sounds
Artificers are magicians that that imbue other things with magic, which I think is cool. I used to have a soft spot for alchemists, but it looks like in 2E they haven't quite become into their own.
They are.
I like like 3-5 alchemist a lot.
My question is, would either one prevent you from taking invocation or evocation spells? Because at mid-level, those are kind of top tier. Like Fireball and Lightning Bolt and stuff like that are kind of top tier spells when you're like level 5 to 9. And losing the... Like, if it were a really high-level campaign,
so
I'd say don't worry
Artificer
about
is
it.
opposed by Necromancy and Enchantment/Charm. Geometer is opposed by an Appendix.
Geometer is opposed by enchantment, charm, and illusion.
An Illusion.
Wait, the Artificer is imposed by enchantment and charm. Isn't that the one that's like enchanting objects with spells?
you like put spells into wands and things.
Oh, okay.
It would
But-
be
so you
like
don't have to have
transcribing a
memory.
spell into a gemstone. And
Okay.
then I have the gemstone on my person, and 3 days later I can use the gemstone to make a magic effect.
Yeah.
Can
The
you do that
reasoning
from
there is,
level 1?
Or
Can
a
you do that?
wand or something.
I think from level 1, yeah, it's just expensive.
That's pretty cool.
The
Yeah,
observation-
I think it's a cool specialty. I don't know.
Would it
the
really work for
geometry
what
is
we're doing?
is the early scroll writing, right?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, he does the scroll. Yeah, it's the scroll stuff for geometers.
At what level?
Immediately.
Damn.
You can write scrolls from level 1. That seems
I think it's
pretty
level 5, but I'm not looking at the book right now.
Beginning
Still
at level
cool.
4,
Beginning
geometer
at
may
4th
grade.
level.
crazy. That's pretty good, though.
4th
to be
level.
fair.
Compared to like I think it's 9th level for wizards.
Yeah.
Because like clerics get it at 7, but wizards get it later.
Right, and you can have one scroll per spell per level. And
Wait, 1 scroll per level?
right, so at 4th level, when you can make scrolls, you can only make up to 4 scrolls and have them at a time. You can't make beyond 4.
Why?
Right.
It's a balancing thing. There's not a lore reason. It's to make the class not broken.
Okay. I mean, that's like I think that's pretty good, to be honest.
It's pretty
Like,
good because we'll be having quite a bit of downtime as well, I think, in between.
Yeah, I think Artificer or Geometer could work. They both sound like
And I-
cool, and they sound like they could work here.
And the scrolls
there-
take 1 full day per level to create.
Mhm.
It's cooler.
I'd say the do whatever you
Both
want.
of them require a very expensive laboratory, I think.
Yeah, I might actually want to go ahead and just nix the Artificer because I think the costs are going to be prohibitive. We'd have to like
Okay.
modify the Artificer because it's like 500 GP per spell level to create the item. It's super
I think
expensive.
it's similar for a scroll-ish.
I think scrolls are 100 G per spell level, so a fifth the cost.
Yeah. Okay. No, you're right. And then protection scrolls are 500.
Oh yeah, because you can make like protection from petrification.
Yeah, at
and stuff like
7th
that,
level,
right?
you get these like protection scroll stuff.
Right, the way to
How do you
like
feel about Geometer then? I think that could be very.
I think it's very in
Go for
line
it.
with your backstory of your character
I think
too.
so. Okay, so in order
do
to
you
be a
wanna do
geometer,
an
I must have
elementalist?
intelligence of 15 or better, which I will at 16, and wisdom of 14 or higher.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the 14 will.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to do an elementalist?
That's awesome.
We could do an elementalist. What is an elementalist?
Just 16 hint, I think.
Elementalists are not as bad as I thought because they get bonuses to all elemental spells except for their opposed element.
I pretty much just ignored elementalist when Neal suggested it originally.
I think they're one of the better specialties from a purely mechanical standpoint.
I think it'd be kind of cool to see like a water elementalist in the Frozen Frontier. But yeah, that's up to Greg. I think a geometer would be cool too.
Elementalist is barred from casting spells the element that opposes him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I would be barred from all fire.
If you did water.
Or barred from all water if you choose fire.
Or you could go with like earth, which might be the best.
You don't have to do this. I just want to put it out there because, Frozen Frontier is already a fairly elemental area. It seems like it might work well. But if you want to do geometer, that's totally cool too. Just want to check our options.
You can think about it. You'll have both available to you. Like when we finish the draft, you can think.
That's true.
What is the like requirement?
It's just high int.
9 intelligence for
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that 14 and will, and then I'll think on that.
Okay. Well, you get another stat. No, because it's going to go back and forth.
I wasn't the top of the order.
You were at the bottom.
I was the top of the order.
Yeah, you're at the top of the order. So now you get to go again, and the pendulum swings back the other way.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the 6.
Oh damn!
In strength.
Okay.
Shit. You just want to get out and carry and shit.
So I'm gonna leave the 15 for Nick then, so that he can put that in con.
Yes, thank you.
Or I don't know. I mean, you're gonna use like a shield, right?
Yeah.
So do you think you need the 15, or I would need the 15 since I'm gonna go 2-weapon fighting?
I'm gonna put it in con or dex. Yeah, you might. You've already got
Sean,
it.
you might even be better with 15 con and like 14 or even 13 strength.
Yeah.
Are you saying to swap out my strength?
Yeah, I don't think you need high. I don't think you need high strength.
Sure. Yeah, I can drop down to 14.
Unless you can get up to. If you can't get a 16,
I can drop the 14 strength and then take the 15 in con.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to save like one of our 14s for wisdom, and aside from that, I don't really care about the rest.
What do you need it for wisdom?
Because I'm going to take like tracking and stuff. I'm basically like a ranger. I'm just playing as a fighter because rangers are bad.
Is Neal going to let you? Can you not just be a ranger, Neal? No.
Rangers
could be a ranger.
They're not as good.
It's just
Rangers are just blanketly worse than fighters.
If I were to make an RPG, I would just make the ranger a subclass of the fighter. Like you could just play a fighter.
Like some strength proficiency altering or something along those lines.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like its own class. But yeah, I'll take. Okay, so I'm gonna drop my strength to 14 then, and I'll put the 15 in con then.
So you're drafting 14.
Yeah, so I'm drafting the 14, but I'm swapping 2 stats around as well, so I'll just cross that out really fast.
I think I'm next. I'll take I'll take a 14 and leave the 15 for the other fighter.
Okay. That's back to Nick. You get to pick 2.
Oh, I get to pick 2. I am confused about the order here, but I'll go for the 15.
Yeah.
And then I get one more.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have 18 in strength then.
All I really need is I want to keep one of the 14s left, and I'll just kind of work around the rest from there.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any like off stat expectations?
I don't need int. I don't really. My guy's probably gonna have low charisma.
Yeah. I'm thinking to go low will, even though that's kind of risky given our freezing system.
Oh yeah, you renamed it to willpower, didn't you?
Was it con and will?
Wisdom. Con and wisdom is how we're basing our.
I think I want to have
base warmth.
Low perception, and I want relatively decent charisma.
So,
I think I might just take a 10.
Oh, by the way, Sean, I think a lot of the wisdom-based skills may be shifted to perception in 2. Neal.
Oh
so
yeah, Neal, can you send me the sheet really fast?
Yeah.
You may want to think about
stuff. Yeah, you're right.
You may want to think about having high perception as well. All right, so I think it's back to me again, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
so for those of you that might be confused about the draft order, it basically starts with like Greg, he picks a stat, then Sean, then Ryan, then Nick picks again, and Ryan, Sean, Greg, and Greg, Sean, Ryan, Nick.
Basically,
Nick,
you go through a round of drafting, then you reverse the order for the second round.
Yeah. So I was asking. I mean, so it sounded like no one's speaking up on wanting high stats, so I'm just going to start. picking
I only need a
the highest stats
14
available.
for one stat left, and then
but
I'll
you're
just
next,
work around the rest.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab a 14. You'll grab a 14.
Okay.
Is everyone cool with that? I
Yeah,
think
it's
we're probably just gonna start snagging the high stats. Like
No
no one is
so-
looking for any. Yeah,
No.
I'm grabbing the 14.
Did you post the link, Neal?
I posted 2 links in Roll20. The first one is the list of proficiencies. The second one is the descriptions for that list. So you have a,
Okay.
you can.
Oh, I didn't realize there was
I
a
need like
description.
tracking.
And some
tracking.
things have prerequisites now. A few of
Okay.
them. So who just picked? Ryan, you went twice?
I just picked.
It is
So
perception.
Sean
Or you
grabbed
picked
the
once,
last
right.
14.
You picked. So Nick went twice, then Ryan went, then Sean went, now Greg goes.
Sean
I don't
is
believe
not.
Sean's gone.
Sean?
Sean's grabbing the 14, but
Yeah, I think
he
I'm
hasn't
gonna take
grabbed
the
it
14.
yet.
I just want to make sure. Okay. Let's just say I take the 14, and I don't know what I'm gonna put it in yet, but I'm gonna take the 14 because I want it for whichever my.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll grab the 13s then.
All right, you get 2 13s, then.
I'm gonna put it in charisma
That's
and
fine.
percent.
We don't need to know quite yet. And
Okay.
then back
So
to
somebody's
Sean
gonna be
again.
taking healer, right? And it's not going to be me, I believe.
I don't think it will. Hopefully.
Who has good wisdom?
I do.
Let's
So
just get
I'm
the
guessing-
stats out of the way
yeah.
first. Let's pick all the stats,
Okay.
and then you guys can
Well,
apply
yeah,
as
I'm
well.
basing my stats around like my skills is the thing. But if I'm gonna take tracking, which is perception. You're right.
So I don't think you need high wisdom.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna be doing high perception instead of wisdom.
Yeah. And Greg will probably be snagging a healing proficiency. Oh, that might even be priest. So you might even need to spend, but he'll have high end, so you can take a ton of proficiencies.
Yeah, so I'll do let's see here.
Like I think at this point, just snag the highest stat available, right? I mean, I don't think anyone is waiting on having.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think
Okay,
anyone
so
has their
what's-
heart
what's
set
currently?
on 12.
Okay, yeah, sure.
12
good point.
int or something.
All right.
I think.
And then
Ryan-
I'll take one of the. I'll make sure I'll take like one of the 8s or 9s for int because I don't really.
I mean, it'll wind up being that. I mean, we're all gonna.
Ryan's
I
gonna
mean,
grab a
even distribution.
12.
I'm gonna grab a 12.
Nick, you get 2
Nick,
picks.
you get 2.
I'll take a 12 and 11 then.
All right, then back to Ryan,
11.
and then back to Sean.
Sure, I'll grab a 10. Oh, wait, there's an 11 open? Whatever, I'll still grab the 10.
Okay, so I'm not too worried about
Oh, wait,
int. I'll take. So there's I'll just take the. What's left still? Hold on.
11, 9, 9, 9, 8, 8.
Okay, I'll take the. What do I have left to fill? I need int and charisma. I'll just take the 11 for int, and then I'll leave an 8 open, and I'll take it for charisma.
Okay, then it goes Greg gets 2.
I'll take both of the 8s.
Ooh.
Damn it, Greg.
Greg,
Dex and
you've got
Con.
low stats. How interesting. And then it goes Sean, Ryan,
Greg,
Nick.
do you want one of the 9s? I was gonna put an 8 in charisma.
There's only 9s left.
I looked at
Only
the 8s and
9s
9s
left.
for Dex and Con. They
Yeah,
don't.
we all get 9s.
All right, so Sean, Ryan, and Nick grab 9s for the last stats. And
I actually expected to have a lower stat than my lowest stat's a 9.
Yeah,
I did want to be pretty average across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Nick has 18, 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 9.
10, 9, 7.
10, 9, 7. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay. And then whoever's blue has 17, 15, 14, 14, 12, 11.
9. That's my last.
Oh,
Dex.
right.
There's 7.
It's not marked off on the sheet. So 9. And then
Oh, sorry.
red goes 16, 16, 14, 12, 10, 9.
I have 2 14s, but yeah.
You have 2.
So
Okay,
it's
14, 14.
16,
yeah.
16, 14, 14. 12, 11,
And then orange goes 16, 14, 13, 13, 8, 8, 6. Woo!
Except in reverse order because my strength, Dex, and Con are the little ones.
Right.
Oh
I
wow, you
haven't-
took low dex.
I didn't
Yep.
put those.
Oh
in.
right, because it doesn't matter unless you have 15 plus, right?
Yep.
Is that right? Decline your negative defense adjustment though.
No,
I
it doesn't
don't
start
have
until
any
6.
Adjustment.
7 to 14 is all the same for dex. It's
Although I
literally
will
like
not be hitting things with my fists very well.
yeah.
I have a -1 melee adjust.
That's alright. It's probably not the wisest thing to get into melee combat anyway.
Okay.
Right.
So we've picked stats. I think we're going to take a short break right now, and when we come back, we're going to start fleshing out the characters a little bit. We're going to give everyone a chance to think about these things. So stick around, and we'll see you in a short bit.